Let's talk about baseball. The best lineups heading into 2025 where the Rangers fit. All right. Do you look at this lineup, and we can run through like what the projected lineup is going to be and think this is one of the best lineups in all of baseball?
All right, are we all in agreement? And I know there are people out there that think he shouldn't be and think he won't be for long, but to start this season, Marcus Semien is leading off at second base, correct?
I think that is probably accurate.
All right, and then our two-hole hitter, Corey Seager. That is going to be that because you want to get those two guys as many at-bats as possible in every game. That's the whole goal of having them 1-2. We are in agreement that Wyatt Langford is third?
Yes.
Wyatt. All right, who's four? Adolis?
Not Cody Bradford.
Healthy Adolis Garcia?
He's not going to be ready for the start of the regular season.
What has happened in DFW with all the injuries? Think about this for a second. The whole Mavericks team is injured, all right? Whole team.
Yeah.
Rope hit in the face with a puck. Dak got injured for the rest of the season last year, tore the hamstring off the bone. And then the Rangers, you saw what they went through last year. What's going on? I mean, even Tyler Sagan's hurt. Can you believe that? It's almost that ever happens.
Okay, well, that one at least I've had more time to process, and that did help facilitate some of the moves that you were able to make. But
Cody Bradford.
Yes, I know, Cody Bradford. They said the MRI was clean, but he's still going to start the regular season on the IL. That is very concerning to me because, like, hey, Corey, we went through your background check. It's clean. But we're not going to hire you, and we're going to look over you for a while.
You're an idiot.
It feels like there's it's clean, but there might be something else happening there.
All right, so
Maybe he's in a wheelchair. I don't know.
Maybe he is. That's a possibility.
That was flag.
I'm trying to figure out, is Jock better right behind Adolis? Left-handed bat right behind Adolis.
I think so, because then would you transition to Jung?
Jung or Berger? This is a great problem to have.
I think I'm going to go Jung, but I got you.
Jung, Berger, and we'll go with Heim for right now. And let's go ahead and put Evan Carter in center field, even though it could be him, Tavares, Pilar. It could be any of those. That right there, dude, is a murderer's row all the way up to Jake Berger. Jonah Heim, I don't have a lot of he's got to prove it to me again this year, unfortunately.
If Higgy started to roll and took over a bunch of that spot.
I'm excited about Higgy.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Jonah Heim whenever Jonah Heim's in ball, whenever he's locked in. Last year, it just looked like there were times where he was just mad at himself. He couldn't get his swing right. He was swinging too big. He wasn't swinging short enough. There are lots of different things. So that little spot right there. And then Evan Carter, I have a lot of confidence in getting on base, doing his thing if he's healthy there too. So Semien through Jake Berger. Murderers row. I love it. I love that lineup.
Which I think they're at least a couple spots too low. So CBS does have them in the top 10 of their lineups heading into opening day. They've got the Rangers at 10. I would probably move them up to 8. If you still want to slide them behind the Orioles and Yankees, I get that, but I would put them ahead of the Diamondbacks and the Padres. I know people can argue some of these points, but the point is it feels like it's a really good lineup. I would probably move it a little bit higher.
Here's the one thing that I need to I want to temper everybody's expectations, okay? We are just assuming that Semien, Seager, Adolis, Jung, Evan are all going to go back to having career years the way they did in 2023. A lot of people are just kind of like, oh, yeah, now that we've made these additions, those guys are there. They're going to hit that way. So the assumption is...
And that's not based on anything, especially with Evan Carter.
Yes.
Sorry to jump in there, but at least I can see more of a track record because some of these players have been in Major League Baseball for longer. Evan Carter is just really hard to figure out because he had a quick ascension through the draft and then through the minor leagues. And then he had one of the most incredible rookie postseason runs we've ever seen. And then last year he was hurt.
Yeah, no, you're dead on there. The Marcus Semien overtime, we've seen that every other year is a good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. We're in a good year. So Marcus Semien should have a good season. I am perfectly fine saying Corey Seager is going to have a good year. Health is a question mark, but I'm perfectly fine saying if he's healthy, he's having a good year. We have a big question mark on what Wyatt Langford is, but at the moment, I feel like it's nothing but we're looking at ceiling for him right now.
Now, to go along with this, I know we were talking about the teams. By the way, which lineup, I know this is going to be a really difficult question, which lineup do you think is at the top of the power rankings? I know, difficult question.
I mean, I guess it's the team that's going to win the NL West, the Padres.
Well, as I just told you, the Padres are 9th on the list.
What?
But, hey, don't listen to everything I've said today,
this team.
even in this segment. The Dodgers are number 1. The Mets are 2, rounding out the top 5. The Braves, the Phillies, and the Red Sox.
That Dodgers lineup looks so fun. To have Teoscar Hernandez in right field, like this.
Look at the top of the lineup. Shohei, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy. That's the first half of your lineup.
Yeah.
Now, a question to go along with this, individual power hitters. I know we said we like the power of this team across the board in terms of the balance and everything. Who would you put as the number 1 power hitting individual in all of baseball?
That's in all of baseball?
Yes.
Aaron Judge, probably.
Aaron Judge is number 1. How would you guys break it down after that?
Would Shohei be next?
Shohei is number 2 on the list, and this is from MLB.com. So it goes Aaron Judge, Shohei. I feel like that's probably a pretty accepted 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I would probably go with those 2 first. I'm not sure where it falls after that.
Juan Soto is 3rd.
Dude, as far as he's just the hitter, I guess Shohei kind of falls in that category. Aaron Judge did too last year.
Yes, but Juan Soto is, I was going to say the worst of them defensively, but I guess Shohei. Yeah, no, I might actually stick with that. Juan Soto, 3rd on the list, then Bobby Witt Jr. and Yordan Alvarez.
Really? Bobby Witt Jr. has made his way into being that type of a power hitter. I like it.
And I think that's what makes him so amazing already. Obviously, he's young in his career. He set a single season Royals record for WAR. He's been he looks like a batting average guy. He had a great batting average last season, but there's pop to go along with it, and I think that makes him scary overall.
It's interesting when you pass up Yordan Alvarez, you've done something, because that dude, he is dangerous. He's at the plate. Pitchers absolutely fear him. They're doing everything they can to keep the ball out of his area, which is huge swaths of the strike zone.
Now, Yordan Alvarez is number 5. The rest of the top 10, Vladimir Guerrero, Jose Ramirez, Gunnar Henderson, Bryce Harper, and Kyle Tucker, who you remember already started out 0 for 20 in spring training. Do you have any issues with specifically Seager not being in the top 10 individual power hitters? Do you think that's a reflection of this past season?
Maybe, but he still had really good home run numbers for being, out as much as he was. I would probably bump Kyle Tucker for him. That's just kind of how I would do it. I'm interested where Nelly De La Cruz lands on this at some point. Does he get his power up to the point where everybody's like, oh man, he's involved in this too? Will Wyatt Langford ever make his visit on this?
It seems like yes, because
I don't know if you've heard, Kevin, but whenever he hits the ball, it sounds different.
I have heard that. But in the others receiving votes category, so there's 10 essentially honorable mentions, Elly De La Cruz is in that group, as is Corey Seager, as is Wyatt Langford.